Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're running a private or independent school right now, you definitely know what that means. The funding cliff isn't a forecast anymore.
No, it's not. That's a good way to put it. Those temporary relief funds that everyone got used to, they're pretty much gone.
They are.
And for us here at DreamClass, speaking to the founders and administrators listening, the entire conversation has shifted. It feels like it happened overnight.
It really does.
We've moved from this period of sort of growth at all costs to one of stabilization. So our mission for this deep dive is to help you make confident, defensible decisions about technology when budgets are tight.
Defensible is the key word. You have to be able to explain these choices. So, okay, the landscape, money's tight, but the workload hasn't shrunk.
If anything, it's gone up. And that creates this trap because the knee-jerk reaction is to just slash the software budget.
Right, stop the spending.
But that's often the wrong move.
Yeah.
The mindset has to shift from just collecting a bunch of tools to strategically consolidating them.
Okay, consolidation is a word I hear a lot. What does that actually mean for, say, a school principal on a Tuesday morning?
It means getting rid of what we call the Franken stack. That setup where you're using one app for attendance, a totally different one for grading, maybe a spreadsheet for billing. It's a huge resource leak.
A leak in both money and time.
Exactly. So the priority has to be a comprehensive platform, a real student information system, an SIS, that functions as the school's central nervous system.
It's about outcomes, not features.
That's the shift. Don't look for the flashiest new tool. Ask the hard questions. Does this reduce my admin load? Does this automate billing so I don't have to chase invoices?
If a tool isn't buying back time for your staff, it's a luxury.
In 2026, it's a luxury you can't afford.
Which brings us to the more difficult part, the stop doing list, deciding what gets cut.
It's uncomfortable, but it's where you reclaim your capacity.
So what's first on the chopping block?
The easy targets are the redundant part solutions. If your main SIS can handle parent communication, you don't need a separate subscription for an email service.
Makes sense.
But the bigger culprit, and this is the one that surprises people, is the free tools.
Wait, hold on. We're talking about cutting costs? How does cutting a free tool save any money?
Because its cost is paid in labor. Think about a free admissions form. Someone has to manually export that data, then clean it up in a spreadsheet, then import it. If that takes an administrator 5-6 hours a week.
That free tool is costing you thousands in salary. I've never thought of it as a labor tax before.
It is, and it's a huge operational risk. If the one person who knows that spreadsheet system leaves, you're in trouble. A single unified platform eliminates that risk.
Okay, so I'm an administrator. I'm looking at my list of subscriptions. How do I decide? Is there a mental checklist for this?
A simple one, just 3 questions. First, does this tool replace work? Or does it just add more steps?
Like having to log into 3 different places to pull one report.
That's adding steps. Exactly. Second question, does it reduce my operational risk? Or does it increase my dependency on one person or a clunky workaround?
And the third?
Can it scale without adding staff? If enrolling 50 more students means you have to hire another person just for data entry, that software has failed you.
That's a powerful framework. So once we've made these decisions, we have to justify them. To the board, to parents. How do you frame this?
You have to change the narrative from enhancement to safeguard. You're not buying tech to be fancy. You are investing in stability.
So features like, say, DreamClass's financial management or the parent communication hub.
They aren't just perks. They're the guardrails that let you run the school effectively with a leaner team.
We actually hear this from our users who talked about how an intuitive system just creates clarity.
Nikia's point was perfect. When everything is in one place, your staff can stop fighting the software and actually do their jobs. That's the argument. This lets our teachers teach.
So the big idea here is that smarter funding isn't really about doing less. It's about doing what matters most, but doing it consistently.
That's it, exactly. In a funding crisis, efficiency isn't a goal. It's the only way to survive.
A sobering thought, but a very necessary one. We'll leave you with that as you go over your own tech stack. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Deep Dive.